Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is going to be a little bit different because I don't think that I have built a room in The Sims 4 and posted it on YouTube. I think that I've just done that before, but there's a reason why I'm doing this. So this is also kind of just me talking about life in general. So the reason for this build is because I am supposed to make a layout for my future classroom, and I saw a lot of people in their documents, or students in my class, their documents, they drew it out or they had some AI generated layout, and I was like, wait a minute, I could do something similar to that, but it looks a little more realistic, I guess. So I was like, I'm going to use The Sims 4 to do this. So that's what I am doing here. And the grade that I chose was second grade. And I don't think they really can do this in The Sims 4. So it looks like a high school classroom with all the desks, and it's just kind of beige looking. But I think that overall it's okay. So what I was trying to do with the desks here is I was trying to make a U shape, but I couldn't do that. The reason why I was doing that is because for my layout, I was wanting to do like mini U's, and so everybody has their little group. And then for special events like Valentine's Day or Christmas time, like parties or whatever, I would make a large like horseshoe or large U. I remember doing that whenever I was like fourth and fifth grade, like during Valentine's Day or Christmas time, where we'd have these parties and we'd all put our desks together. It was so fun. That's one of the things that I miss whenever I was in grade school, and you got older and things aren't quite like that anymore, which is kind of sad because you lose that, but it does make you nostalgic for those times. And again, I had so much trouble trying to figure this out because it worked in my mind, but it really didn't work in The Sims 4. So yes, I was trying to do second grade, but it really did turn out to look more like a high school area. And it was kind of hard because I was like, in my future classroom, let's say that I am a teacher, would I really want a carpet? That just seems gross. I mean, it looks nice, and again, it gives a great aesthetic, but it's just like, that's gonna be so messy and it's gonna collect junk. It's just disgusting, because I think that the idea of like picturing a classroom is fun, but actually putting it together sounds terrifying, because you have to think of these little things like, is it going to collect dirt? Is someone going to vomit on it? Is just get junk on it? I don't know. Whenever I was in third grade, we had this loft, and if you were on good behavior, or I don't actually remember what the qualifications were for to be up in the loft, but you could pick a friend. But I was up there often, and it was just like this little. It was a loft, but it was almost kind of like a bunk bed, but not. I don't know how to explain it. It was just really tall, and you were able to have class time up there, and it was kind of cool. But that's all I remember of it, but I'm just glad that I did it whenever I was in third grade and not any later, because that's whenever my vision started to go. So it was nice to have that little time. And another thing that we would do, this was actually in sixth grade, if you didn't get any plan times, which means if you didn't get a behavioral slip that you had to fill out if you did something wrong or against the rules, you were able to walk over to Dairy Queen and get lunch. I thought that was so cool. And the only time that I didn't get to do it was because I had a plan time. That was the only time that I ever got one. And I was so disappointed in myself. But that's how it goes, There's consequences for your actions. So I liked thinking about those times like in grade school and trying to keep that in mind whenever I was building this classroom. And I don't think that there's any classroom that looks like this. It's actually quite boring and beige, and it's high school, I guess. And I tried to put some like posters on the wall that maybe would make it come to life. kind of like what you would see in high schools, because it's like you try to cover it up. But I don't really remember much of my high school years. Like, it wasn't really decorated all that much. It was just what it was. But I guess that makes sense because you're moving classes a lot. You're not really in a home environment, because some teachers, like, they switch classes or whatever. They don't have like a home class. And it's the same thing with students. They have a home room, but they, I don't know, they go see other teachers or they have other classes that they go to. So I was trying to keep that in mind, but I was also just trying to make it a little bit more fun with have like the little cups in, not cups, but I mean the cups that had the utensils in them, and has a little notebook on there, because I think that I remember whenever I was like the first day of class, like I would have something like that on my desk. I also have my name tag on there. I thought that was so cool, which that it's the little things like that that would make me more excited to be a teacher, which again I never even thought would ever happen in my lifetime, or because I spent so long not trying to pursue those kinds of things. I don't know why. I just didn't. I didn't want to, so I just kind of avoided it. And then now I'm just like, man, this could actually be really fun. And the only reason why I say that is because it's like there was one scenario whenever I was at work and I had to give a presentation, and kids, like, they were high school students, and they were asking questions about the future and asking questions about college and stuff. And I was answering those questions, and it actually felt really good. It's like they're actually relying on me to give them answers, and I felt like I knew something and I could share it with them. It was actually quite cool. And I felt a little bit more confident afterwards. I mean, was it the perfect speech? No, because I just read off the PowerPoint. But I think that overall that it was a good experience to do and a good experience to have. And I don't regret doing that, but I think that it was fun. And I could remember if high school classrooms have curtains. So I didn't put one on there, but I was just trying to like make a space where it's like, okay, kids can come over here and read or whatever. It's like, again, it's kind of like that special like behavior thing. Like, oh, I get to sit on the couch during class time. I don't have to sit at my desk. It's kind of a behavioral incentive. The other one that I was thinking for my plan was like, if students get collectively like 100 points or whatever, for at least 3 weeks out of the month or so, then they can have like a pizza party. I don't know. That's what I was thinking, but it's just like, I don't know how well that would go because it is a collective thing. So students don't have individual points. It's just all a group, because it takes, everybody to be on their best behavior to gain that pizza party. It's not just a single person. But I also thought about giving individual points. So like they could get a sticker, or they could, sit on the couch or whatever it is. But I don't know. Those things are still kind of in the making, and I realize that this is a very boring build and it's very beige, very high school. But I do hope that you guys did enjoy the video, even if it was just for a little bit, and hear me gab for 9 minutes. I do hope that you do consider liking the video, leaving a comment, subscribing, doing all those fun things. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.